So we just have to kind of continue at this pace. There's not much we can do to go much faster. Basically because of the city I have. This tube shouldn't leak. Yeah, that's true. These guys, I love it how they're like running along the side of this pyramid, and then like this skip kind of like leans out to the side like they're just moving so fast that it drifts. It's like, come on guys, you're moving a little fast with those 2 million ton blocks. You might want to tone it down a little bit. That seems a little dangerous. You know, just So it'll be here in 2 years' time. Alright, so that's nothing. We've got 11,000 bucks in our safe right now. Like, it says we have, you know, $6,100. But we actually have a whole hell of a lot more money than that. Because we've been hiding it away. Alright, so we need straw. Alright, let's take a look at what we've got for straw. 0 storage yards. Alright, let's turn the industry on. And, well, when we get it, we'll get it. Alright, so are we actually making weapons and recruiting dudes? Because it's kind of ridiculous. Oh my god, look at that. All of a sudden, they regained their entire force. Because I moved them. There you go, old school game bugs. Move your armies, all of a sudden, they're all back. No local religious facilities. Well, what we can do is just put up some shrines. And maybe these guys will, I don't know, figure it out. Take a look at our commerce, dude. What do we got for jobs? Well, if we put this at priority 1, this at priority 4, religion's gonna go down, priority 5 for religion, government's not gonna get funded, yeah, alright. Let's see what happens if we just fully provide for the commerce. I mean, probably bad shit. We've tried screwing with this before. It's just not a good idea. As soon as we do, everybody starts dying. They leave our town. Everything goes wrong. We stub our toe and then we bleed out on the kitchen floor. That's what happens. And we're just kind of sick and tired of doing that every weekend. The pyramid is getting there. It's taking a little bit of time, but it's getting there. Definitely closing in on. We got Bedouins at the gates, and compliance is now possible, so we can send straw to Pharaoh. So let's turn off that industry, because straw sucks when you can't sell bricks. Yeah, you just can't. Well, you can if you do that. Oh, it just barely fits perfectly on screen. A crude hut has a disease. 1 month, alright. a physician. Just pop down a physician and leave them alone. I guess they got cured, so whatever. Alright, so who's attacking us? It's the Libyans. Alright, the Libyans always attack from the northwest. Go forth and destroy Pharaoh's enemies. Yeah, we'll get to. I've played like the ones where you build the Great Pyramids, and you have to build all 3 of them in like one mission. They give you a little bit better starts though to deal with all that. All right, and I don't think they have us defending against so many freaking random ass invaders. So we're getting money. Mediocre at best. Alright. What are the gods? The gods are... Seth is not very happy with us, so... let's hold the festival to Seth. Oh yeah, one of them needs to be connected to water. I remember that. God, it's true. They did some nasty things in this game. Like it's interesting just how much building like one giant monument just screws everything up. Like, all right, we'll have a giant city and like all this other. And it's just like, okay, here's a big pyramid in the middle. Like, how about not? Like, no. Pharaoh says pyramid. It's like, shit. Can we send him like 14 million crates of beer? And he's like, no, pyramid. Alright then. So we're kind of going back and forth here, where we're getting up to Pharaoh request goods, 900 grain. Well, we should be able to sell that. We got plenty of grain. Come on, Pharaoh. Give us a hard challenge. Alright, we're going to postpone the blocks of stone because we don't have enough. Postpone it. Ah, I need to be able to reach, you know, the pause button. We don't have enough space. So let's see, where can we throw some space for stone? Well, nowhere. I guess we have plenty of stone, so we should just like ignore the gift of stone. All right, we'll just ignore it. Let's just say accept. We're at 65% complete. I think we're almost there, and then our stonemasons are going to chisel this whole thing down. I mean, these guys have to basically spend a whole day just getting to the top of the frickin' pyramid. The Libyans are just really pissed off. They just don't like it that we're building a pyramid. And the Bedouins don't like it either. And the Bedouins just don't care. Right, the Bedouins are gonna appear on either one of 2 locations, and we have enough troops, so we're just gonna camp both locations because we have plenty of troops. One month? Yeah, we're ready for you, punks. Here they come. They're gonna cap it off, and the Bedouins are attacking exactly as we're doing this. No, we're watching. Oh, they have just half a little cap. Go forward. Help them out. Quick. Get back to everything. We're gonna make sure we're here for the final limestone block placement. Yeah, people always rag on how dumb ancient people were. We're here because they weren't dumb. You know, if they were dumb, we wouldn't be here. Yeah. Like, alright, I've got to deal with woolly mammoths and saber-toothed tigers, and all I've got is a frickin' stick. And they badass their way through it. They're like, God, I gotta survive through this ice age, and all I've got is this dog friend who hates me half the time. Oh, okay, so this is the crowning little piece there. And that's one of the cool things, is like, this whole pyramid, like, what I really liked about this game is it actually shows you how, like, wondrous the pyramids were when they were first built. 1 month. Libyan army. Because when they were first built, like, they had that solid casing of limestone, and it would sparkle in the sun. And, you know, if you were a trader and you had been traveling for, you know, months, if not, you know, half a year to get where you're going, and all of a sudden you come over a hill and there's this gleaming light of a city, you know, in the distance, and it's, like, literally this gigantic, you know, it's the first thing you can see. I'm gonna be like, oh my god. Like, how powerful is this empire? You know, you're not gonna want to invade them. I guess the Bedouins and the Libyans here are saying different things. It's one of those things where you're like, yeah, that's pretty badass. Which, you know, some things are lost to time, but some things are also not lost to time. One of the funny things is the cap of the Washington Monument, like in Washington D.C. it's a, you know, an obelisk basically with a cap on it, and the cap on that obelisk is aluminum. And you might think, like, why the hell is a Washington Monument tipped with aluminum? And it's because until basically we're able to extract aluminum from some specific compounds, aluminum was one of the most precious materials on the planet. So they capped it with aluminum because it was so cool. Oh, they drug that tiny piece of stone all the way up there, and it's these two little pieces. Oh my god. The people who made this game are such trolls. And you're just waiting for that tiny little capstone to get up on there. And they're like, nope. Nope. It's not this one. We still don't have enough workers over there. 48 blocks of plain stone. Well, we don't need any plain stone, I'm pretty sure. And we have 20,000 Debon. Improve housing in your city. Alright. Whatever, man. We could just bulldoze half the city and I'll get my prosperity back. No, we didn't need all that stone anyway. We don't have any room for it. I don't even think we have any use for any of this stone. All the way up there. Boom. Alright, now they're going to start hammering it down. So what we're going to do is we're going to just bulldoze the hell out of these work crews. Because we don't need them anymore. And let's get some stonemasons guilds. Didn't some of these guilds and some of the other areas actually need like super amazing resources to work properly? Yeah. Look how many jobs upgrade. That was my favorite line from Contact, which was, why buy one when you can buy two for twice the price? And it's like, that's just a different mode of thinking. Alright, so we switched over to like ridiculous amounts of stonemasonry. So we're gonna see like stonemasons just crawl all over this thing like ants. See, that's one of the things that I see with, like, you know, the modern era and universal basic income and some of those other things. You kind of think about, like, one of my biggest issues with, like, universal basic income would be like, well, what's the point? Because without a point to existing, why exist? Like, you can give people money all day, but what you really need to do is give people a purpose. If they've got a purpose, then they'll find the money. So all that just appears to me to just be a lack of purpose. What's the point? Exactly. Well, the point's up there, and we know where it is. Solely purpose and sustenance don't need to be linked? Well, I think existing for the sake of existing is not exactly very motivating. You know, like, you know, JFK's speech. We do these things because they are hard. You know, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. And that's motivating. And these guys building all these giant pyramids and all this other crap. They wouldn't be doing all this work if it wasn't for something really cool. unbound from basic survival. Well, I guess in my life, it's never really been about basic survival needs. And maybe that's because I'm incredibly lucky in my life. But, I've never had to chase down, a pint of Haagen-Dazs down the tundra in order to consume it, so. Can't really relate to everything. Alright, the gods are angry. How angry are the gods? Just a little displeased. Alright. We'll just have a normal festival for him. Problem is sustaining what you do. Yeah, that's my problem with working on stuff like the current game and all that. Is its continued motivation for consistency is just difficult to do. 800 straw. All right, do we have 800 straw? We have 6,000 straw. All right. Well, obviously we need to shut that industry the hell down. But I guess the other question there, Nice, would be, isn't the best music made in the face of adversity where you can't put food on the table? But then again, that's not a real argument. Well, I think that argument there is a lot of like, well, what's the potential versus what actually would happen. Like the potential, of course, is, well, you have all this free time, you'll do all these things, and it's the same thing with like, well, if you didn't have to, be a hunter-gatherer all the time, you would, civilization happened because we weren't just on basic sustenance all the time. People were free to do things like, learn how to talk, learn how to write, and that advanced all of us. But there was still a purpose, there was still, if we didn't improve somehow, everything would explode. Maybe, not like the buildings in this game, which just like spontaneously combust. But there were always those Libyans or those Bedouins over the hills that you need to worry about tomorrow. They'll be suffering from their own choice rather than not. Yep. So it's an interesting thing. I don't know. I guess the big thing for me is purpose. I just think people need a sense of belonging, a sense of doing something, and it's really easy to just make people's purpose, sustenance difficult, and then all of a sudden people have a purpose and can feel just good about just surviving because it's difficult. Maybe that's easy mode, and civilization needs to enter hard mode. And we are almost finished with the first true pyramid. We just need to wait for these stonemasons to complete their last few little rounds. You'd think the gods would be pleased that we had created this monument to our own god, but then I guess they wouldn't be. And it's finished. It's done. We finished the first pyramid. Do we need any burial rites? We've already delivered them. We need more prosperity. Alright, we need to be more prosperous. So the overall quality of your city's housing holds this rating back. Improve it to really raise your city. Alright. So we need better housing. Well, okay then, let's just bulldoze the shit out of this stuff. Nah, let's not kill everybody all at once. So we need better housing. Let's see. I guess we could just delete a whole bunch of, you know. If we delete a whole bunch of these places, what's going to happen is we're all of a sudden going to have plenty of workers, and that should really help out. And we no longer need, like, all of these places, so we can just get rid of all of these. We don't need any more limestone blocks. So all of a sudden this place becomes really super amazing. You can teach people to search for a purpose. Yes, yes, yes. Alright, so these people need pottery. Alright, so what we can do is we can basically start importing a whole hell of a lot of stuff as well. So let's import pottery. Instead of exporting beer, let's not export beer. Let's accept pottery, and you know, let's stop exporting papyrus. Yeah, let's actually just make a school over here. No school there. So these guys need beer provided. Well, we'll have that soon enough since we won't be exporting anymore. So what are these guys? These guys need entertainment. So in order to entertain them, we actually need to make some entertaining things. So how about a juggler school? And they're gonna need at least like a bandstand, I think. So we need a conservatory somewhere. There's just not enough room here. So what can we do? Well, I guess we can just kind of wing it. Make a conservatory and a bandstand just right next to each other. And just deal with it, be entertained. I know, at least for me, Nist, that's just not very motivating. Like, I don't get motivated by myself. At least not nearly as easily as I would get motivated for something else. A wealthier class citizen. But, you know, that's just anecdotal myself. There's no grander purpose in life than watching. It's entertaining, that's enough. Alright. Alright, fine, you win. I'll give you that. It's a good game. Right, so we need... yeah, these guys need food. Alright, well, how about we just bulldoze your hut and we build a bazaar. It's like, we need food. Alright, cool. Well, we can actually solve that problem. You just need to move. These guys also need food. So everybody needs food. We're having a massive food problem. I believe we are having a massive food problem. Well, let's make sure we can actually produce the food then. High unemployment. We bulldozed all those jobs and all of a sudden, like, our prosperity sucks because we're not employed anymore. Fine, you want your work camps back, we'll make your work camps, but don't whine to me when you hate it. Alright, we can actually stop importing all that stone. And our prosperity is just not good enough. Everyone who has a crappy house, we're deleting your house and we're replacing it with a better house. And by a better house, I mean a gigantic statue. So those guys have too little entertainment, no food. And we can't import food either, so we're kind of at an impasse. Prosperity is 2. Man, alright, so I guess prosperity is more linked to income than it is to anything else. So, like, we had, you know, these prosperity requirements totally nailed down earlier. Guess we need some more work camps. Alright, we'll get a juggler school, demolish these dudes, and grab a conservatory, and then we'll totally delete this thing, throw a block up here, and make a bandstand. Make a booth over there. Make a booth over here. Yeah, I think the easiest way to employ people is just make a work camp, because just you plop it down and 20 people have jobs, and they're just standing around doing nothing. Right now we just need food, so... let's just make sure that we actually have everybody on food properly. Good. Pottery. So we need pottery. Do we have clay? Let's import more clay. We're importing... oh man, yeah, I guess we just need more. This is true. This is just too big of a freaking town, and we don't have enough money. I mean, we don't have enough food for these guys, so they're getting all ornery. As soon as we actually have enough food, everybody's gonna upgrade, everybody's gonna get all their stuff done. Why are these guys leaving? Yeah, just no food. Everybody's leaving because no food. And we just have all this stone for no real reason. Like we basically need to just bulldoze these things and just get rid of them. These guys all pissed off. No food? Yeah. No work without food, the money will go to the city. Of course. Who made this giant eyesore? Did the Bedouins just like all of a sudden stop attacking? So I guess it's literally just money is what they're all worried about. Well, we'll make money this next year, so I think that's not a problem. Because we're not importing 300 million stones. Alright, Libyan armies will be invading. Except pottery. Are we accepting clay at least? We're accepting clay. And we're leveling up quite a bit of our town. Too little entertainment. Well, let's make some more entertainment. That's kind of the funny thing is we could totally just bulldoze the entire city and then start with like a little pack of dudes and we'd be just fine. No food. No food. Where is the nearest bazaar? Only pottery and booze. Yeah, well, not the best. Too little entertainment. Wages, import costs, income. Well, now that we're actually, like, employed, it's just our city is too big. Like, I think we need to just bulldoze half of it. Because we have, you know, we would have plenty of food. But, because it's the biggest thing that's holding back our city is just food. And we would have plenty of it, but, well, we can't even import food. So unless we can import food, like, we're just paying people to stand around. Just need to get them to grow crops. We're not gonna help you guys because you're gonna give us copper and we don't care. Jesus, we're just going down in population just all of a sudden. Why is that? We're out of pottery. We're trying to import pottery. We can't import anything. Like, we're not getting any clay. We're not getting any of this. And why? We have no unemployment. The city's just too damn big. We can't even import. Yeah, we can't import any food. We can't import any pottery. Pottery is not importing any faster. It's alright, mass genocide is the only answer here. We're gonna get rid of everything that we don't need. Goodbye. We can't import anything. So we're just not even gonna try. We just can't do it. So we're just gonna chop off an entire frickin' third of our population. Alright, I need a granary at least down here. Kick the Jews out of Egypt. Jesus. Yeah, we don't have any barley either. Ouch. Yeah, see, we're gonna get behind in all these requests. And these are all just food. Yeah, it's like we just need less people in this town. I mean, as much as I hate to do it, it's basically like you built a town to build the pyramid. You should have built the town that's gonna build, you know, that's gonna satisfy the victory requirements. I thought the victory requirements were the pyramid. Well, they weren't. The victory requirements were the town you had before you had the pyramid. The one that let you build the pyramid to begin with. Not the one that made you build it faster. Because there's only so much food, there's only so many resources on this plot of land. And some resource from down the town dies. Yeah, that's true. Alright, the Libyan army. Well, these guys are gonna get toasted. We've seen your kind before. We are not impressed. And even though we like burned down a whole bunch of temples, the gods don't give a damn about it. They're like, eh. Last year the city lost money. Alright, that's what's going to be angering everybody, is money. I mean, we can go back to exporting limestone, you guys. Do it. You guys just have to believe in yourselves. We'll just export that limestone. Go back to the smallest of cities, but we'll have jugglers. And a gigantic army. We bulldozed everything and just... Seth is still apathetic even though we just destroyed all the things. But at least we're now getting better... 2 months for Bedouins, alright. Alright, we're actually filling up with crops now. That's a big difference. Famine. Alright. Pitiful cries of starvation have really fallen on deaf ears. You did not send all the money. Alright. Fine, maybe we can find it in our hearts to help out the poor, starving people in the oasis. Shouldn't live in an oasis anyway. What good ever happens in an oasis? Alright, we don't need barley. We need grain. Alright. Fine, we'll save up and send them the grain. Everyone back to base. Alright, so what are we looking at right now? Jeez, we already have enough to... Alright, fine. Like, we can spare your people all the pitiful suffering. We just needed, you know, like a month. And a little bit of pressure. 11% unemployment. Alright. Let's double check our prosperity rating. It's at 3 now. Okay. So we're making progress towards better prosperity. So local magistrate. Alright, we can definitely start looking at some of that. Let's get a courthouse. Probably just demolish this thing and get a courthouse over here too. Why not another courthouse? She took long to dispatch all the grain. Kingdom standing falls, and then climbs, and then they give a stone. Yeah, alright. They're just wasting their time. These guys also need a courthouse. Well, can we chuck one up in the corner? No, we can't. Not even close. These guys down here don't even have a supply of food. Well, they have a bazaar, right? I hope they have a bazaar. Jesus. Maybe I bulldozed it. Make him another one. Yeah, the scenario was definitely not expecting me to have trouble with the prosperity meter of the city. So you just need pottery. Well, we're trying to get as much clay as we can. I guess we don't need bricks, but we're exporting bricks, so... Alright. Prosperity is rising. Yeah, prosperity is rising very quickly. Can we get any more clay or anything like that? No, we cannot. That's just silly. Why can't we get any more clay? High unemployment, huh? Oh, more work camps then. We're having trouble with food again. Fine, we'll throw all the food into the granaries. Just deal with that. Prosperity is again rising. I wonder if I give the city a massive donation, if that'll actually help. Yeah, it totally did. Let's just give ourselves another massive donation.